Chris Finch, you've done the hard yards over Bush Fair in the last few weeks, so you must be absolutely delighted about this Labour game.
Yeah, look, I'm obviously absolutely delighted. We've spent a lot of time knocking on doors, talking to residents in Bush Fair over the last few weeks. I've done the hard graft, sure, but I mean our candidate Kay has really been tireless again, campaigning so hard to knock on doors. And this is her victory, but it's also a victory for the people of Bush Fair, who are rightly really disappointed that due to the Conservatives' inability to vet a candidate, we've been forced to have a by-election. They voted for a candidate who had some pretty vile views that we saw, and we had to run this election again for quite an expense to the council. But look, ultimately this is Kay's victory. I'm absolutely delighted for her. She's worked so hard, and I know she'll be a fantastic councillor for Bush Fair, and she'll be the sort of councillor that will get out there, knock on doors, find out what the issues are of residents and deal with those issues, and she'll start doing that straight away.
And so from that, your very disappointing result in May 21, do you feel these stepping stones getting closer and closer to returning to running the council? Is this a big step?
Well, look, absolutely. I mean, we spoke, just over a month ago about how I felt about the May results, and I suppose in many ways it was a score draw. We lost 2, we gained 2. It's now kind of a score draw with a winner in extra time. Really, this is a Labour gain. We've won back Bush Fair. We obviously lost that seat last year, and we lost it in May. So to have such a turnaround, in such an amount of time, does show, the work that Kay and others have put into this campaign, but also actually the strength of feeling moving, hopefully towards us again. And absolutely, I feel really positive. This is the next step in Harlow Labour's building back to regain power of the council, for sure.
But you're very conscientious on Labour doorsteps, not only in Harlow but other places. But do you feel you've got to have that, continue these conversations with people at Harlow, week in and weekend out, between now and next May?
Absolutely, and that's why having a council like Kay is so important, because Kay will be a council that will be out knocking on doors. We'll give her the weekend off, but she will be out knocking on doors, talking to residents all year round. I've always believed that's so important, having that conversation, because ultimately, you knock on a door today. If we haven't had those conversations previously, they're going to be less likely coming out. And actually, what we have seen, today is people coming out voting Labour. Some voting Labour for the first time because they're angry with the Conservatives. Some who have been voting Labour all their lives, and others who, probably the vast majority are in that sort of category where they're not really sure, but by actually talking to them and continuing to talk to them all year round, are more likely to come out and support us, for sure.
Chris Finch, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.